All right, we got a great show. Really, this is going to be one of the best shows ever. In fact, I think this entire season's been great.
Fantastic.
And next season's going to be even better.
I can't wait.
I can't wait. Oh, God.
Boy.
We are going to give you one more chance.
However, we're going to write the entire next season. Viva?
Hey, we're not in this.
Sure you are.
See what?
What? James and Sunda are sitting in the audience laughing and clapping.
You guys are perfect for these jobs. You're meant to play these parts, just we never thought about it.
You want us to come here every week?
Look, we told you to put comedy into the medical stuff.
But you insisted on doing the same exact show over and over and again and again and over and over. Ah!
You realize in that script that they're interviewing cartoon characters. They're not even real people.
Now that is good writing.
Check our spelling, please.
Thanks, we'll be back in a few hours.
Don't forget to check our grammar, too. Thanks.
Aren't you gonna ask us to sign your wall?
They want to sign the wall. This is crazy. Here, please, sign the wall. You're doing it? You're checking the spelling?
Well, you know what? It's really not that bad. You're pretty good.
You're doing it.
I'm going to do what's said. Well, it's not that bad. At least we'll still be on the air.
In the audience. Yeah.
Clapping, cartoons.
Yeah, they're signing the wall.
Yeah, maybe I missed
Doesn't
something.
take this long to sign a name, does it?
Well, if you don't have your punctuation and grammar correct, maybe it does.
After you sign the wall, do you want us to check your spelling?
Yes.
Fine.
For me? Yes.
Well, it could have been worse. You know, they could have cut our pay.
That's true. As long as we're getting paid, I will laugh, I will clap, I will even kiss a cartoon character.
I'd like to see them pull that off.
Yeah, well, Jessica Rabbit did, so maybe we have a chance.
Yeah. All right, well, tune in next week and you'll see us in the audience. We can't wait to see what the show looks like. Yeah, well, we actually read the script and it's amazing. It's good writing.
It's good writing and
Spelling's good.
good grammar.
Good grammar. So we're going to come back with you guys. We're all going to stick around to see what happens next because we have no idea.
And neither do you.
Pray for us. Right, welcome back to the show. Our guest returning to the show is actor Sean Kanan. Good to see you again, Sean.
Guys, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, we're glad to have you back. Are you really glad to be back?
I am glad to be back. I had nothing to do on a Saturday afternoon. It's nice.
Oh,
come in, we have
you're
a
wrong.
chat.
It's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday.
And we're live.
And Sean is back for two reasons.
Because I'm a team player.
That's right. And a good improv man.
First, to play America's favorite game show.
Jewy or not Jewy?
No, mitzvah or not a mitzvah. Okay. Are you familiar with the mitzvahs?
I know what a mitzvah is.
What is a
how
mitzvah?
many there
A
are?
mitzvah is doing a good act.
A good act, right?
Yes,
So
an act of kindness.
that is
I
what
like the way he raised his arm when he did that.
did.
It's
He
a
was
good
like,
act.
"Yes."
It's kind of Jewish and Italian, you know?
Yes, the whole goal of the Jewish people in theory is to do the mitzvahs.
Mitzvahs, right.
And maybe the Mashiach will come if we do them, right? And there are 613 mitzvahs, right, that we're supposed to be doing. What's your current count?
What's my current count?
Yes.
Listen, I try and concentrate on the first 10, the big ones.
I see.
You know, after that, it gets a little hazy.
Well, here's the thing. The thing is that the Jews are supposed to be doing the mitzvahs, right? The
Right.
613 mitzvahs, and we don't even know what they are.
It's kind of like the new healthcare package. You know,
Right.
you have to pass it to know what's in it. So
Exactly. So we've got this little show, this game show here we do. I'm going to read you a little story, and you tell me if this is one of the mitzvahs or not.
okay.
Okay?
I'll try.
Are you ready, Sunda? So play along at home. Okay? Yeah,
Join in. Tweet us.
Okay, so here you go, Sean. Mitzvah or not a mitzvah? An acquaintance of yours is in desperate need of money.
Mm-hmm.
He asks you if he can borrow $5,000 to pay for medical bills for his daughter.
Funny we talk about
Okay,
medical bills.
now, you don't know him too well, but you really want to help the guy. You have $5,000, but lending that kind of money is going to force you to live on a much tighter budget. Plus, he's got to take his kid across country to see doctors, so there's no telling when and if he's coming back. All
Wow,
right?
this is serious.
So, good news is the guy used to own a restaurant. You have a chef, actually a lot of chef things going on. You're a cook, right? You have a book. And the only thing he has of value is he used to have a restaurant. So he's got some really high-end cooking utensils, really high-end cookware that his family uses on a regular basis. But since he'll be traveling, it's not a big deal. He could offer the cookware as collateral, right? And it's worth probably over $1,000 easy, these pots and pans and cooking utensils, okay?
That's real.
So since you're a chef, this works out well for you. You tell him that if he gives you the cookware as collateral, you'll give him the money to help his sick kid. Is that a
Okay.
mitzvah or is that not? Have you done a mitzvah?
Yes, that is a mitzvah, and I think the reason this is the reason I think in Judaism, whenever you're lending someone money, you want to do it in a way that lets the person preserve their dignity, and by accepting the collateral rather than just giving it to them, which probably isn't a mitzvah.
The truth is, Sean, it's not a mitzvah, and here's why. Mitzvah 533.
Yes.
Not to demand as collateral utensils used in preparing food.
You know, it's the food thing, not the collateral thing.
There you go. So you would not have been doing a mitzvah.
Ay Dios mío. I don't know.
We have to put that in the book.
Who knew?
If you're keeping score at home.
Because I remember there was this story when I was a kid, and it said the guy needs money for his child who's sick, and his landlord's going to give it to him, and he sees this old bucket.
He was on drugs.
And he needed a bucket, and he said, if you give me the bucket, I'll give you the money. Okay.
I'm just going to say, out of all 613 mitzvahs, this one makes the most sense to me.
But it's specifically attached to the cooking issue, right?
Not number 533, according to Maimonides.
Right.
Not
Wow.
to demand
You
as
can't argue with
collateral
Maimonides.
Can't argue.
utensils
Can't
used
say it.
in preparing
Okay.
food. Your neighbor knocks on your door. Okay?
That's trouble right there.
He's standing there with a donkey. He tells you he's got to go away on business. His flight leaves in a few hours, and he needs you to watch his donkey for a week. All right, this happens.
Is the
often.
donkey in the entertainment business?
I don't know.
Okay, we don't know.
But, often, friends, relatives will ask
Sure.
you if you could babysit their donkey sit their donkey, and you know how it goes. So he's desperate, he's in a rush, you're his last resort, he hands you a couple $100 in cash for food and other donkey necessities, and he hurries off before you can even say no. All right, so now you've got the donkey.
I'm going to have to say yes, because it sounds
We're
like
not there yet.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet.
It just
So
sounds like
now-
one of those you should watch your neighbor's ass sort of thing.
Hey.
Does it sound like something like
I
that?
don't know if your fiance
You
would
know,
agree. Hey.
the jawbone of an ass sort of thing and all that.
So now you're watching the donkey, you're taking care of the donkey, a week goes by, everything's fine, the donkey's nice, everything's good, nice and easy. You're actually starting to like the donkey. You're bonding with the donkey. Another week goes by, and then another week goes by. Now you're wondering, where is your
Sure.
neighbor, right? Is he coming back? Is he not coming back? 2 months go by, all right? And all of a sudden, the donkey turns on you. Okay? Suddenly he's messing up your whole apartment, he's breaking
No, I was
things.
doing a mini-series here.
He's misbehaving in the worst possible way,
Right?
okay?
You have to spank that ass
Yeah,
sometimes.
you try to reason with
Right.
him, you're doing everything you can, because it's not your donkey. You don't want to hit the donkey, but
No.
one morning, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you hear all this noise, you get up, you go into your living room, the donkey has trashed your main living room like a rock star's hotel room. All right? It's just been terrorized. This donkey has
Okay.
been terrorizing you now. You can't take it anymore. You get into a fight with the donkey, the donkey hits you back, you're getting into this big, terrible
Donkey fight.
donkey fight.
That
Yeah.
can't be right hitting a donkey.
So
though.
you grab the donkey around the neck and you just
Headlock.
snap its neck and you kill the donkey.
Right.
You've broken the donkey's neck and you've killed the donkey. The donkey dies. Have you done a mitzvah?
With that dead donkey.
I'm going to say no.
Once again, Sean, you are incorrect. You have done a mitzvah. Mitzvah number 278, to break the neck of the donkey if the owner does not intend to redeem it. I live by this one. I do. I'm breaking donkey necks.
It's not as easy being a Jew now as it used to be.
So those are 2 of the 613. Now you know to do those 2.
Okay, so
The
pick
show
the
is
donkeys.
informative. If a guy gives you a donkey, he doesn't
don't
come
lend
back.
out my cooking utensils.
You actually, it's not
Don't
just.
tap
don't
that
take them as
ass.
collateral. Don't tap that ass.
The thing is, it's actually a mitzvah to break the donkey.
It is a mitzvah too. So go break the donkey's neck.
And I mean, and that's the thing. You see, the mitzvahs are, we think of them as good deeds. That's what it's kind of evolved into. But it actually means commandments. And we're commanded to break the donkey's neck.
Okay.
Yes.
If I saw one in my living room, I'd break it anyway. I'd run, I'd kill, I'd stab it.
Now that you couldn't do. You can only break the neck.
I'm not having a donkey running through my house.
Yeah, but you see, that wouldn't be a mitzvah.
my
That wouldn't be
God.
a mitzvah if you just go around breaking donkeys' necks.
I don't want to, please, I was in Israel, I was miserable with the camels.
Look,
I can't imagine.
the
They
mitzvah.
spit, don't they?
They spit,
They
the
spit,
Arabs
don't they?
spit.
Yeah.
Come on.
The Arab spit.
They do. If you don't take a picture on the donkey, I'm not the donkey. I got this friggin' donkey. If you don't take a picture on the camel in the Arab side, they get really upset with you.
All right, look, we got to take a break, but stick around. We're going to be right back with Sean Kanan.
Be sure to like us on Facebook at The James and Sunda Show.
All right, we are still here with Sean Kanan, and we are now going to shift to This Week in Anti-Semitism.
Because when you say Sean Kanan, you think anti-Semitism. That's
I think everyone
pretty
knows.
much what everyone thinks.
You are associated
It's so
with
Irish.
Milk and cookies,
There you
Sean
go.
Kanan, anti-Semitism.
There you go.
The anti-Semites are watching us,
So we're watching them.
We're watching
guys.
them.
Thanks
And
for watching.
anti-Semitism is on the rise all over the world. Every year it goes up a little bit, although in some places, as we found out on our last show, it's going down, such as in France.
Oui.
Believe it or not.
Well, that's probably, I wonder if that's at all related to the fact that, if I'm not mistaken, Sarkozy is Jewish.
I don't know.
I believe he is.
I
I don't
hear
know
He's
if
many
that's-
things.
I don't know. He's also with Carla Bruni, which isn't a bad thing, but I
Yes.
think that may be something to do with it.
No idea, but I do know that they said it was going down a little bit. They didn't really explain
Good
why.
for France.
Good for France.
Viva la
France.
France!
We can
Viva
say
la
something
France!
nice about
Voulez-vous
France.
coucher à la
You know,
France?
right?
We could finally, but you know, over the past couple of years, we've hardly had any stories about stuff going on in Egypt. But there's one this week, and there was one a couple of weeks ago, because now that the regime has been changed.
The
and-
regime?
The regime. That's a French word.
It's a French word, by the way. It is.
What are you guys talking to? I'm Haitian.
You're Haitian?
No, I'm kidding. Regime! That is my name of my cousin. What is wrong with you?
Fifi.
Yeah, Louis. They're
How
going
are
to
you
tell us.
doing?
They have no
Yes.
idea who we are.
Who are we?
We are Pipi and...
Louis.
That's right. And you know who my husband is?
This episode sponsored by Ritalin.
Maurice!
Maurice.
Maurice. There we go.
So in Egypt,
Yes.
they are claiming. No. So here's what's going on in Egypt. A couple of weeks ago we had that cleric guy. He was talking crazy things about the Jews, and this new.
What, a Middle Eastern cleric talking crazy?
Yes.
Hey, you knock it off.
He was a televangelist, an Egyptian televangelist. But now what's
I'd pay money to see that.
but now
Oh, that's so funny.
now we've got an Egyptian. I think
an
he's
Arab Billy
a
Graham.
veterinarian. I think he's an Egyptian veterinarian, or he's in charge of like the veterinary stuff that goes on in Egypt. And he's saying
Does he
that
cut off their paws if they jump on you?
wow. He's saying that products from Israel are infecting the country's poultry and leading to viruses. And that 75% of the poultry are treated with Israeli products, which is causing them to contract viral diseases and bird flus and things such as that. Oh no.
Oh, she's a winner.
I just got an iPhone.
Oi
Thanks,
phone.
honey.
Oi
The
phone.
oi phone.
Oi phone.
Uh-oh. It was
Oh,
your
oh.
phone. That's
sorry.
okay. It
Not a
happens.
mitzvah, by the way.
That's his fiance that
was
just
that a-
interrupted his whole
Maybe that
act.
was an
I
alarm.
love
Do you
her.
need to take a pill?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay. Because some of our
your
guests
guests
need to take a pill.
Hey,
yeah.
it's time for a pill.
Could be
Yeah.
time for
My sciatic is killing me.
My sciatica. is
So
killing me.
apparently the Israeli products are sabotaging things, sabotaging the Egyptian.
Well, obviously, if
poultry
you had
and
been at
stuff.
the Zionist takeover meeting last week, as you
wish
should
I
have been,
had
you
been,
would have
yes.
known that one of our things was the decimation of the Egyptian poultry population. So,
Is it really?
You have to consult the minutes. That's probably preposterous. Do we even know if that's real or?
We know that it's real, that the
no,
guy
it's
is
real. They
saying
said
it.
it.
We know that
we know
they're
it's real
saying
because a
it.
lot of this, they have a show in Egypt called The Truth,
then there you go, James.
and
because
it's broadcast there on the Darim channel.
Watch it all the
I
time.
hear good things.
We're going to be on a show.
And
there.
Israeli products are not only doing this, but they're also the cause of cancer and infertility.
Right.
Did you know this?
Makes good sense to me.
Because they don't have a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I love this. Isn't this great?
You can't make this stuff up.
No,
I
you
mean, the
can't.
things that people say about Jews are unbelievable.
Unfortunately, I think that anti-Semitism always seems to, it seems to climb in times of economic difficulty. We've seen that throughout the years. I mean, the Middle East, I think it's one of the most dangerous times in the Middle East in the last 40 or 50 years, and it's only getting worse. So, this isn't really surprising, unfortunately.
But it's like the propaganda machine out there. It's not even subtle. It's just ridiculous. Like, we're going to call the show The Truth. We're going to talk about the cause of cancer and infertility being the Israeli products that are
unfortunate.
coming in.
When it's really my in-laws. Not your future in-laws. Anyway, how's that going?
How's that going? Yeah.
How's it going? No, it's all good. It's pretty good.
The in-law situation.
It's not good at all.
It's not well, this is the place
Who's
to.
dead to, let us know.
Yeah.
Is there anyone dead to you that's not going to be in
No,
the wedding?
I have not ripped my sleeve yet, and
you're not wearing
no
black
one's
covering
dead
mirrors.
to
No,
me.
no
But
one's dead to you.
but I've got a great fiance. I've got the right one, and
What was wrong with me,
listen,
Sean?
listen.
Little Schwarzela. What's wrong with you? Before the cameras came on, you were like, "You're my little Schwarzela."
You know,
Now you're like, "No."
Every family is
Yeah,
we
yeah,
show
yeah.
there, right? Every
Yeah.
family.
Absolutely.
So hers is, mine is, yours is. So I mean, it's just
We have no families.
Well, last
Nobody's
question.
watching.
different animals in the same jungle or something like that.
Is there anyone that you are dead to?
Oh, I'm sure I'm dead to quite a few people.
Oh, you
actually.
are? Okay,
Yes.
good. Do you know about how many?
Right now, probably about 3 or 4.
Really?
Well, I'm sort of I've been the black sheep in the family from time to time.
Why's it got to be black?
Well,
I'm just
anyway.
kidding. Really? So you are dead to some people?
I'm dead to a few people.
I'm dead to
but
some people,
But I'm
yeah.
actually very much alive to a few people too. So it balances.
Because we're dead to people.
Are you?
Yeah, you're dead to me. Wrap this up.
We gotta go. Yeah, we gotta go. Thank you very much for joining
Hey,
us.
thank you. That was a quick wrap up.
Yes.
No. He's bringing up black sheep
No,
and
they've
making
been
you
doing this for a
uncomfortable.
while.
Got
So
it.
we do have to wrap it up. But thank you very much for joining
guys.
us.
I
Get
appreciate
black sheep satin sheets. Okay,
All
for the
right.
honeymoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, actor Sean Kanan. We will be right back.
Schwarzela.
Follow us on Twitter @James and Sunda.
Welcome back to the show. Our sponsor this week, this is for Jewish women, really, from Jewish women and especially Jewish mothers suffering from GD, that's a guilt dysfunction.
It happens.
This is called Vigiltra. Basically, you take one of these, or 2 of these, I'm not sure how many, and you'll be able to give guilt to whoever you...
Why don't you ever call your mother?
See, she's taken one. What do you mean, why don't I ever call my mother?
Look, I'm the one that called your mother today. You didn't call.
You mean last week?
Last week. Yes, I called last week, I called today, but she called back.
She's right, I should call my mother.
Right, or now take one. Let's
I
see
feel
what they
terrible.
taste like.
I don't want to take one. You take one. All right, let's take one.
Let's take one together, and let's see what
I'll
happens.
take one.
Wait a minute, what the hell is that?
No, you take one here. You have to take one. Here. And don't choke, because I don't do the Heimlich maneuver. I don't do it. I don't know how to do it.
Both my teeth come out. Oh my God, you treat me terribly. You call me names. You told me that my Hebrew name was. I don't like the things you say to me anymore.
You know something, Sunda? You could have been nicer.
I could have been, but now
You're so mean.
I'm mean.
You're not nice. You
No.
say hurtful things.
Yeah, but you still
really
can't.
hurtful
You can't.
things.
You know what, dude? You can't even top me. So let's keep moving. Anyway,
Top
bye,
me with
Brooklyn.
what? With guilt?
Oh,
I'm not a guilt inducer.
by next year I'll be dead.
This stuff is working. This
I'll
could be our
dead.
last show.
I'll be missing my mouth. Are we talking about?
Stop it. Wow.
I know. So enjoy me now. Because you'll miss me when I'm gone.
Wow, guys, this could be Sunda's last show.
Yeah, it could be. So enjoy me, guys.
She's gonna get a guilty audience.
All of you should be guilty. You should be guilty for not calling us, for tweeting us, for like writing to us at gmail.com. What's the name of it?
That's us, gmail.com.
James and
We got the
Sunda
gmail.com.
At gmail.com. These are delicious, by the way. I have no idea what his hands were in first. But here's what I'm saying. We want to be contacted. We can get you by Giltra. And it does many things.
It does many things,
It
yes,
gets
I'm
you
getting rid of this.
jewelry. It gets you jewelry.
Oh, that tasted horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Whoever made that, okay, should be ashamed of themselves. That was disgusting. It's horrible.
You'll remember that next year when there's an empty chair here. You'll just look at the chair
Look
and
at this,
say,
people. It works.
Yeah.
It works. You're amazing.
You want to see what's going to look like? Look. Go on.
Welcome to the James and Sunda show. Oh, this is terrible. This is so sad, isn't it? I can't believe this.
I'm back from the dead! I'm back from the dead! Lord, I'm back from the dead, baby. That's right. I've been resurrected. I've been resurrected. That's my Giltra is doing his thing. That's right. Okay.
She's going to be coming back a Baptist.
Oh.
That was nice. Welcome back, Sunda.
I'm glad to be black, baby. That's right. I'm glad to be black. You like it? You like it? Because once you go black, you know what you say.
If the Vigiltra turns you into a Baptist, a Southern Baptist, go to the emergency room immediately.
And say amen.
Amen.
All right.
Okay, so for several years now, we've been doing a segment called You're Dead to Me.
Right, and it's so funny because now James is dead to me.
Am I really?
No. Let me take another bite, Giltra.
You really want another one?
No. If this comes out on the set, I'll be dead.
Oh, that'd be good comedy.
It would be great comedy.
Yeah.
I can just see Ray Bruni now using me for the Halloween show. All right, go ahead.
All right, You're Dead to Me, and we
What'd you say?
No, You're Not Dead to Me. It's the name of the segment, is
Oh,
You're Dead
okay.
to Me. And I was like,
I thought
who's
you
on
were-
first?
I thought he was starting up with me. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my ghetto on, you know.
Okay, and we have a You're Dead to Me
We
letter.
have a You're Dead to Me letter, and you know what we're so happy about really is that when we get these Dead to Me letters, we want you to know that we do keep your names anonymous. We do appreciate the letters. Please appreciate the fact that I don't wear glasses on the set. So I'll use the table. I'm kidding. We need a table with a magnifying glass. Okay, I'm going to put these on and see how it changes me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Harris, and this is Mitzvah, Not a Mitzvah. All right, now, this is how we start. Did my mother call today?
Never, never. Oh,
all right, guys,
God.
dead to me. Dear James and Sunda, my grandma Rose recently passed away. She and my grandfather raised me, so this
Slow
was very-
down.
James, you can't help but interrupt. You interrupt yourself, Maron. Well, look, we got the producer here throwing things at us.
She's done. We're
she's
dead to
done.
her.
It's
She just wants to leave.
She just wants to
She
leave.
wishes we would just cut the commercial, come back and end the show.
This is the woman who makes it all possible. Let's just give a round of applause.
Sue Katz, ladies and gentlemen.
Sue Katz, our producer, is holding her knee. What are you holding your knee for? There's nothing wrong with your
happened?
knee. You try to out-sick him, now you say, my hip.
Your knee?
All right,
Is it your knee?
You hurt yourself?
Because I'm having phantom gallbladder pains. Seriously.
Okay,
it
so
hurts.
we're not well. You know something? This is our last season also. We have to don't forget the makeup artist who's leaving and the one that's coming
Jennifer's
in, the
leaving
next
too,
victim.
yeah.
All right.
Angela's coming in.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So anyway, my dear Sunda James, my grandma Rose passed away, and she and my grandpa raised me, and so it was very difficult. I was still in town, staying with my grandfather, and helping him get adjusted to the loss. And grandma had been very close to me. Grandpa and I have been lighting a candle every day in her memory. So a few days after the funeral, Grandpa and I decided to go through some of Grandma's jewelry boxes where she kept little mementos. This is heartbreaking because I do this with my mom's stuff.
Can't imagine where this is going.
I have no idea. We thought it would be fun, and it was until we found a Polaroid of Grandma Rose posing naked in one of her chairs.
Oh my God, that's hot.
I didn't take this, the Grandpa admitted. What's even worse is that the Polaroid was dated about 4 weeks prior to her death. Grandpa was heartbroken. Next morning, Grandpa came to the breakfast table with the picture. He had been obsessing over it all night, probably like you. He noticed the draped jacket on the chair behind my grandmother, and it looked to be a blue jacket with United States Postal Service badge on it. Grandma had been having an affair with the mailman.
Oh, Lord.
The next morning, I confronted the mailman. Should I use the name?
That's the mailman's name. I don't know if we use names.
I don't know if we could just bleep it out if we can't use Mr. Oh, all right. Anyway, I confronted the mailman when he made his rounds, and he copped to the whole thing and added that their affair lasted several years. Grandpa's absolutely devastated. He has nothing to keep him alive anymore, not even my grandmother's memory. I will be no longer lighting yahrzeit candles to keep my grandmother's memory alive. I know she's already dead, but her memory and everything she ever stood for is dead to me.
Wow. That's heavy.
That's heavy to
That's
see
really
your
sad.
grandmother. You know something? A funny story.
Go ahead.
Not mine.
Not her. Never is.
Never is. No, because who's going to take a picture of my father naked? So my girlfriend says to me, I don't know what it was about, but she says, she goes, I'm going to go through my father's things. She goes, because I know that she thought he was having an affair. But you should never go through your father's things, because she found pictures of her dad naked in a hotel room when he was posing. I mean, like, and I knew him, and he was like a cop in my town, and I was just like creeped out. Yeah.
Was the father then dead to her?
No. He was dead to me because he looked creepy.
Now, at the moment, how many people, in all seriousness, because you've got the same list every week after week, I feel like you're not being honest with us. How many people are dead to you? How high?
I have a high number, but I just, you know what it is? It's not being dead to you. It's just, you know.
You're getting out of it because we have to cut the commercial.
I want to cut the commercial right now because I don't want to talk about it.
Wow, you
Okay.
ask people to write in and to talk about it.
Thank you for writing in.
But
Please
you
write
wanna
in
do
your
it
dead to me
yourself.
stories. We want to hear about Grandma Rose and
Wow.
Mr. the mailman. We want to hear about all of you. We know what's going down. If you got somebody who's dead to you, they're going to be dead to me too, all right?
Dead to all of us.
That's
We're going to take a
right.
break.
Come
We'll be right back.
Check out more content online at our webpage, jamesandsunda.com.
I can't hate gay people because I have a lot of gay friends, you know, because I work out with gay guys at the gym. I do, because my only goal at the gym is to get into gay shape. Now, you know what I'm talking about. Gay men are the most ripped cut. Listen, I don't know how strong you have to be to guy, but I'm guessing there's some muscle involved. That joke hurt you because you visualized it.
All right, joining us now on the program, this gentleman is known by tens. Is that correct?
Known and loved by tens.
Known and loved by tens.
He had one line.
I had one line and I blew
He
it.
had one thing to say,
And he couldn't
and he
do
said
it.
it wrong.
He couldn't.
Where'd you
Known
find him?
and loved by
I
tens.
don't know where I found him. I'm so
Alonzo
glad I found
Bowden,
him.
ladies and
Alonzo
gentlemen.
Bowden,
Alonzo
ladies and
Bowden.
gentlemen.
Thank you.
I have to tell you,
I'm not
Alonzo.
one. Yeah, I'm sorry, please.
Alonzo Bowden is a particular favorite comedian of mine because we go way back to a scene in Montreal where actually your manager at the time is now in the car business.
Yes, Rick Rogers.
That's true.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, this is
Yeah.
a very true story. And Alonzo and I just hit it off right away, and I thought his manager was really nice, and then he went into cars because
Yeah.
he gave me a car, and he was no longer a manager, and he had these cars, and I have a love of cars, a true love of cars. And Alonzo has a love of vehicles as well. Tell us about the shows you've hosted.
Yeah, I hosted a show called 101 Cars You Must Drive, which we only got to do 46. We didn't get 101. But we tested various iconic cars throughout history, and every show was like a 6 degrees of separation. So like when we did movie cars, we started with a 1927 Bentley, which most people don't know is James Bond's first car from the books. Then we had a 1964 Aston Martin, which was James Bond's other car, and we had a 49 Mercury, which James Dean made famous. Then we had the Porsche James Dean got killed in. So we did things like that on every show. We did America's car, and we did like the 1957 Chevy, which was the first car like everyone in America had. And then the one that threw people off, we put in the Honda Civic. Because the Honda Civic was the most popular car in America for years.
And when did that car come out?
The Civic
70s?
first came out the first popular one came out in like 74, 75, and it was called the Honda 600 because it used a 600cc motorcycle engine.
A piston engine?
And yeah, it was tiny. It was
And there was
smaller
a
than a
piston
Mini
engine
Cooper.
goes, but the Honda goes, That was the
No,
commercial,
that was
right?
Mazda.
So that was
That was
Mazda. So Mazda had a
Mazda had the
piston
rotary engine. So
Okay.
the piston engine went boing, 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 and the Mazda went. It's
Oh.
sad that I know that. It's sad.
I'm fascinated.
that I know
I'm fascinated
But yeah,
that he knows
that.
that.
was Mazda's, but when Mazda first came out with the rotary engine, that was their ad campaign. So anyway, we did that show. Then we did America's Worst Driver, and we went around the country.
That could have been
Is
me.
that him?
I'm the worst driver. Yeah.
We had it was for Travel Channel, so we went to different cities and we had driving challenges where the people would drive from one point to another. Like here, we did Venice Beach to Pink's Hot Dogs to just landmarks
Right.
to Griffith Park, and we would follow them in a van. And the way it would work, like you just nominated James as America's Worst Driver, right?
He wins.
So he would drive, but you would have to navigate.
Oh,
You have to ride with him. And then we put cameras in the car and we followed him with a van, and there was a cop in there, and he's marking down everything that they did wrong.
He'd be locked up.
We had drivers that were so bad. This happened twice. It happened in Dallas and it happened in San Francisco. Real cops pulled them over while we were doing the show, where our cop had to go say, look, we know they can't drive, but we're watching them. It was like, that's when you're a bad driver,
these
when
people
you have
have-
police escort and the police still pull you over and say you can't be driving.
But did they have a mental or physical handicap, these people?
No, just totally incompetent. It was amazing, some of the things we did. But the fun thing on that was the worst driver on every episode, we destroyed their car.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a car
Did you have a chance
crusher.
to do it? Or did you have a chance to crash any cars?
No, but we had a stunt thing, and I had to do that, an obstacle course. But it wasn't that difficult. It's just there are people who cannot drive.
They cannot drive.
People love those old muscle cars, and I have friends who love them. I love new cars.
You have enough money, Alonzo. to love them.
we're in the
you're a
golden
motorcycle
age.
guy.
I am too. I love
We're gonna get to
motorcycles
that.
even more. But we're in the golden age of cars. Everyone's like, oh, those old muscle cars. Today, you can go buy a new car, Corvette, BMW, Mustang, Camaro, with 400 or 500 horsepower, heated seats, navigation, stereo. I'm like, we're in the golden age right now, where you have super-powered cars that are comfortable, easy to drive, and fun. And yet you can...
Oh, but baby, a Nova, come on. Those Novas are fast, those 8 cylinders.
Trust me on this. If you got in one of those...
I know, it's so hard. It's
you romanticize it, right? We always romanticize the past, but if you got in one of those and you drove it, and then you got in a new car with the same power that was just as fast and drove the new car, you'd be like, what was I thinking?
Right.
It was brutal back then. I mean, they were great, but my first car was a 67 Camaro. I've been there.
Oh
They
my
were
God,
brutal.
what color was it, red?
Red. But I would take a new one over that old one.
But the fiberglass situation's so different. They were heavier then.
They were heavy. Everything was made of steel. The dash was made of steel. And you'd slam on the brakes and your kid would hit the dash. Right? There was no airbag. It was a flat piece of steel, and your kid would bounce off of it, and you'd be like, see, I told you to sit in your
back.
seat.
That's right.
That
Seatbelts.
because when we were kids, whatever happened was your fault. They wouldn't be like, we have to redesign the car. They'd be like, no, he should have been sitting back in the seat. And that's why his head bounced. Remember the shelf in the back?
So much fun.
They'd put you up there. They would put a child on the shelf behind the seat and drive around. And like if you did that today,
Go to jail.
Yeah, they'd stop you. You'd go to jail. Your PETA would take your dog away. But back then,
The government would get involved. That's definitely child abuse.
What had the best back seat?
Any American car, like the big Chevys, the Oldsmobiles, the Cadillacs, they had back seats you could stand up and walk around in. Because remember, a 2-door car was 20 feet long. You know what I mean? Like
Wow.
a Cadillac coupe was as long as a Hummer is today.
You're right.
So the back seat, you could actually move in. Like when someone said, I'm living into my car, you're like, well, you doing okay?
That's bigger than some apartments in New York, actually.
It was.
I know it's a lot of gas, but I feel safer with the kids with an SUV. And you've met my kids, so you know I feel safer.
Yeah. Although that is something that it was a sales point, and you were the perfect customer. Because it's true, they got moms to buy SUVs, and they said, Mom, you're safe, it's big, it's heavy, blah, blah, blah. But what they didn't say was, it's a truck, it's not a car.
I know.
So a lot of people can't drive them because they think they're driving a car. And like I ride motorcycles, and I got to tell you, the most dangerous thing in a bike is when you see a woman in an SUV. Like, get as far away as possible. You know why? Because women think, and it's very sexist what I'm saying, but it's true. They think I'm indestructible, so they'll do anything.
You're right.
And you can be a victim, so you got to give them lots of room.
He knows me well.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. She drives an SUV, and it's terrifying. It is.
I'm a good driver.
What's really funny, not far from my house is a preschool, and it has like that V-shaped parking, you know, like you come in and you go this way and you go this way. And so the cars are like this, and they're all moms in SUVs. And when it's full, they can't back out. All of them have trucks that are too big, and they're all backing out an inch at a time. And it's the kind of thing you want to set up a camera and just watch it on YouTube and watch them try to back their giant SUVs out. Then there's like one mom who has a Mini Cooper who just gone.
They're gone.
And she's safe because she can actually leave.
Remember, my kids always think you're a relative, which is great. People just think for some reason that in my family that he's related to me. And you got to know my family to know that, you know, he's probably related to me. And so with that, I want to know if you would kindly sign our wall for us. Would you do that?
I would be happy to.
Thank you so much. And it's such a pleasure having you. Some sugar. Mwah.
Thank
All
you.
right, Alonzo Bone, ladies and
Alonzo
gentlemen.
Bone. Welcome back, welcome back. This is it, ladies and gentlemen.
It's so sad,
This
the
is very
end
sad.
of season 3. We've had so much going on. We're losing our fabulous makeup artist, Jennifer Morgan. Jen, we're going to miss you so much.
We are going to miss you. She's
We're going to miss you so much. Can I tell you, not
to New
many
York.
people can say they have a cussing makeup artist. I'm just kidding about that. She certainly did not cuss in front of my children. So if you're watching from my daughter's school, and I know you are, make sure you know that's the makeup artist's fault. But welcome Angela LaRose, who's coming to the new show. When we do come back in season 4.
That's the thing, when you walk into the makeup room, you don't know who's talking, Sunda or Jen, because it's just this thick New York accent, and every other word is a 4-letter word.
Why? Because you don't,
just
because
like
you
F
speak
this,
Yiddish?
F that, F this, F that.
I don't talk like that.
I can't
Cancel
stand
that.
this, I
Okay,
can't
there you
stand
go,
that.
there you go. Because I don't use F words in front of the makeup
Oh my
artist.
God! You know, that's the most amazing. You say things. This is what I've talked about this before. She says things on camera,
I never use the F
and
word
then
in
she
front of Jennifer.
wishes that she wouldn't have said it. Never.
The F words where I come from are Farsi. Anyway, guys, continuing on, we want to talk
comedy.
about so many memories, and so Jennifer's leaving, and Sue is packing and leaving on a jet plane, and we're kidnapping Ray Bruni, actually. He has
Yes.
no idea about this. And of course, we also have to give credit to Ruben Pruitt, who
Absolutely.
actually discovered you and
He
did your
did.
first movie, and then we have John.
I was dancing at a
You were
bar back
dancing
in
in a
Jersey,
bar,
and
yeah.
Ruben walked in that night
and said,
and he
I
said,
want him.
That's him.
That's right. And then
Although
we
he
have,
has an accent, so he didn't say it like
yeah. That's the only time that when he gets excited.
He breathes.
He wants to cuff this at continuity because he's a film director and Ray is a TV producer. So backstage, you have no idea. I want to record them when Ray is like, Ruben, there's
true.
no reason for that cup to be moved to the right. And Ruben's like,
Ruben
continuity.
actually comes out. He actually comes out and
And he
tells our
moves the
guests
cup.
what their motivation should be
Right.
for the interview.
It gives them motivation. They need that. Some of them need it. They need motivation. They need handlers. All right. So, and we want to say thank you to Michael Blair for always holding up his hand in the air,
depressed,
waving like,
though.
you know, so okay, I just want him to be depressed. Of course, the adorable Sean Honky Tonk. We want to thank you. What's your last name, by the way? Amendaris?
Sean Amendaris.
Sean Amendaris. Hey!
Don't forget Jazz, who's still trying to get through security.
We love Jazz in the back, too. Jazz has been, like, putting on my sound and, like, by accident hitting me a lot of times, and I'm going to miss that.
Yes.
I'm going to miss that. And George, of course, is our creative consultant who is also Sue Katz's husband. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that ever since
And
you're
then don't forget
affair with that black
Larry.
UPS guy. But here's what I'm saying.
And don't forget Larry.
We got Larry
who's
Stark
really
here,
very courageous.
who's
He had
very
the guts
courageous.
to lie down on the floor back there
Right.
with his head on the floor.
And I thought you were playing Jesus for a minute like this, and I said he's converting. And so
Our show overwhelms him such
it
that
overwhelms him.
He falls
It
onto
moves
the
you.
floor.
It moves you. Like, and I want to thank Aviva and Tova and Mark Safran for having me around.
And let's not forget John, who won this year's Out Sick game.
John won out sick.
John, how many emergency room visits in the last 12 months? 4 emergency room visits in the last 12 months.
You are so jealous. I can't
Unbelievable.
believe it.
John
Oh my God.
McCandless, 4 emergency room. How many different prescription meds are you on right now?
Just 3 right now.
Just 3.
Just
Who
3.
says that? Just most people be like 3. I'm on 3. Just 3.
Just 3. But you know something,
He's a
James?
champ.
He's a champ.
He's the out sick champ.
Not really, James. He doesn't have pieces of his body removed.
Who did that? Me?
You, yeah.
You know, she's right. She's absolutely
I don't
right.
just say, I'm going to go on next week and have a piece of my uterus taken out. That's all. Now, this one, he has to have the liver biopsy, then he has the hernia thing done.
You're right.
I've got pictures of you in the hospital. Maybe we can get ready to put them up for you.
So maybe I won this year's out sick competition.
You win every year.
Who won, me or John? It's close.
Dude, I broke my leg, and you're still talking about
That was
it.
a year ago. That was a year ago. It doesn't count. We're talking this year.
It's swollen.
Last season, you out-sicked me. Absolutely. We had to wheel you out. We had to put you on a chair. Absolutely. I got a hernia doing that.
That's
but
not where you got the hernia
I'm kidding.
from. You were carrying a loaf of bread.
No, it was your children. No, it wasn't. It was a push-up.
It was a push-up.
I did a push-up and
You
got
did a
hernia.
push-up. Yeah, but did you do a push-up on the set? Would you do that for us here?
I'm hernia prone. I mean, I can't.
James, would you
I'm
do
not
it?
touching the floor. No.
Okay, fine.
Larry, you do a push-up. Okay.
You won't do it. Okay.
Maybe not.
You know what? Wait a minute. You're going to do it? All right.
Okay, here's
Here comes
Larry, the
Here's
only
Larry.
person willing to touch the floor here at Jewish Life Television. Please, touch the floor. Oh my God,
A
look at
Jewish
that.
push-up. Ah!
Larry, could you do us a favor?
Whoa! Go, Larry!
Wow, look at
Whoa.
that. That's
Wow,
impressive.
that's
Thank
impressive,
you,
Larry.
Larry, show them how you watch the show. This is how Larry watches the show, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. Larry, ladies and gentlemen. Larry. So next season is going to be unbelievable. Sunda out-sicked us in season 2. I think me and John, it's a tie. Larry watches the show that way. Jen's leaving. Angela's coming.
James steals my jokes. It's unbelievable.
What joke did I steal? She steals my jokes. See what joke she's going to steal next year?
Oh my God! Just because
Maybe we'll get Ruben out here to be excited. We'll get Ray. Jazz is still going through security, but maybe
we don't know where he
we don't
goes.
know. He disappears.
Gone.
He's detained.
He's detained.
He just gets detained.
And he comes back and he's very polite. He's like,
Very polite.
and he always says, "Are you ready now?"
And I'm going to put this. He always says, "I'm going to put this down your chest now, and it's very sharp. There's fangs." And he's very nice about it.
He's very nice about it, but he clipped me, if you know what I mean.
But then he
that's
disappears.
okay.
Then
He
he
disappears. We have no idea where he
Hours.
goes.
We have no idea what
We
he's
have no
plotting.
idea.
No idea.
No idea.
But that's about it,
That's
right?
JLTV, and we love it. And it's just like television.
Just like television.
And I coined that term, so you know it was really use your placenta.
I'm a Swedish and-
Listen,
hey,
here's
that's
the
Tommy
thing.
Savage
Tommy
show.
Savage was on the show. Who else
I'm a
was on the
Swedish and
show?
black
We
woman.
had Jeremy
Yeah.
Hutz. We had Robin from Batman and Robin, Chef Kurt. We had
It just looks like ink.
Marcy
None of
Mel.
them
We had Bob Sumner from Laugh Mob. It's a movement. And who else did we have on? We had on
I don't
Sean
know.
Kanan.
Jeremy Haas.
Wait, she gave herself a number. Glynis McCann, she's number 3.
Don't forget J.R. Rosenzweig.
J.R. Rosenzweig. Yes, I need to hire
Ken
him.
Davidian.
Ken Davidian from.
He's naked right now.
He's
wherever he
naked
is.
right
Chef
now.
Kurt.
Wherever he is, he's naked.
That's right. He's naked right now. And next year I'll be talking more like Sunda. We're going to talk about my dog
Pat
and my
Sheffer
mother-in-law.
Lee
It's going to be
Inquirer.
crazy. It's going to be
I'm
crazy
not
next
talking
year.
about
I'll be
you.
yelling and screaming.
Is that good enough, Ray?
Thank you, Ray. That's Ray right over there.
There's Ray over there. He says excellent whenever he wants to get out. This was the longest day ever taping.
We've been
okay?
shooting for 7 days.
7 days.
Straight.
No, it's
Have
a Jewish
fun
station.
editing.
40 days and 40 nights. That's how long we've been doing this one episode. We want to thank everybody at
that's the
JLTV. Phil and Adam Blazer, thank you so much.
Thank you,
and Brad
Phil.
Palmer.
That's the thing with JLTV. They've got the whole Hanukkah mentality. They take one show and then they try to make it last for 7
Look, before
days.
we go, we have to thank somebody else.
Hanan?
Hanan for the burning bush. Hanan for the lucky tchotchkes. Without this guy, we would have no
Let me tell you
sponsors.
about Hanan. He's the only guy who does graphics.
Look.
We send him these ideas and he always says, you want me to do this?
Neurotic
He's
star.
so resistant because he feels like
Neurotic
it's
star.
no,
Neurotic star. Who else could do this? Who else could do this?
See, Sunda, this is what you should be doing for a living. Modeling things like this.
Yeah, here, give me a hand.
Thank you.
Good. All right. Look. Trafe away the supermarket with brothers. Oh, this is nothing to me different.
Supermarket.
Okay, but
Markowitz
the most famous one voted by all of our viewers, of course.
Out sick.
Out sick. Out sick.
And
This is
during
James'
the
famous.
offseason, Send us the Dead to Me stories and your Out Sick stories. Maybe
Yes,
you can
we
win
want to
the
hear
home
them.
edition available
Listen,
on Amazon.com.
and the
Just
only way you
kidding. Oh,
do it to win is drop dead.
Drop dead and win.
There you go.
All right.
We're gonna miss you guys.
That's it.
All right, that's
Show's over.
it. No.
You gonna cry?
Yeah.
Your lashes will come off.
Oh God. Okay, so let's hold on. See you next season.
All right, good night.